Hi, I'm Mikey Jeanson, a gameplay programmer with a background in Unreal Engine and C++. I've helped make several games including Your Average Bear, but now I'm a full-time UEFN developer, and this is Verse Boost. Hi guys, welcome to episode 14. Today we are talking about lazy initialization. Lazy initialization delays the creation of an object or value until the first time that it is needed. That's the big part right there, until the first time it is needed. After that, you'll be reading from the value that was created. Lazy initialization requires something to map the initialized value to, and that is what ensures that the initialized value can be found later. In many cases, in Verse, that map key is the session, for singletons and that nature. But it could be anything that is comparable, agent, fort character, int, string, you got it. Lazy initialization can be very helpful in our module scoped singletons, like you can see right there. And that is because lazy initialization prevents accidental duplication, it prevents unnecessary memory usage, it removes startup order concerns, and it allows for a faster startup speed. And you might be wondering what startup order concerns is like which on begin happens first. I need this one to happen before this one. If you don't want to worry about that, use lazy initialization. It prevents you from having to worry about that, and that's why, like I said, I use it in my module scope singletons starting just very recently. It's used very commonly in mobile and app development, and I haven't used it since then, but I'm using it again, and I think it's the right way to go. So we're in Verse, and right away you'll notice our module scoped weak map that you saw from the slides. That is where we're going to store what we lazy initialize. But here's our only two public methods in this whole module, and they're going to be getParticipantID and getParticipantById. Basically, this whole class is just created so that participants have a number associated to them, like this is player 1, this is player 2, etc. So that's what these methods are going to be doing. So whenever somebody calls getParticipantID or this one, it's going to call getParticipantManager, and you'll notice that these are not brackets, right? They are parentheses, and that's because there's no transacts or decides on getParticipantManager. No, instead, it has no rollback, and the first time it runs, there won't be a participant manager stored for this session. Okay, so this will fail, and it'll go to this else block where it creates a participant manager, initializes it, and then sets it to our singleton, and then finally returns it. We'll go back up to here and we'll call the getParticipantID internal method that we have for the participant manager class. But every other time after, it will run this and it will be true, and then it will return the manager. So this else block will only run one time, and participant manager will only be created once. You'll notice that both these extension methods are extensions for the fort playspace, and that is because I needed to pass in the playspace for the init method because I'm going to be monitoring the participant added and removed events. So you don't need to pass a fort playspace for your lazy initialization. No, that's not what is happening. I just needed the fort playspace because I need those events. And you can start to notice how handy this is, because you'll notice this isn't a creative device. I don't have to place this anywhere in the world. No, instead, whenever this method is called, that's when it's created. So if this method is never called, neither of these methods are ever called, then the participant manager never gets created. And when it does need it, then it's ready. It's right there. And all the code will be accessing the same participant manager, even though they're not linked through creative devices. So it's very helpful, and it eliminates all those things we talked about earlier. So that's lazy initialization. If you guys have any questions, please leave them down below, and I'll try to answer them as fast as I can. I'm also on Twitter if you guys want to hit me up on there. Have a great rest of your week, guys, and try your best to find a way to fit lazy initialization into your next project. All right. See you guys in the next one. Peace.